Hey my scrappy friends, welcome to my channel today. If you have been following me this month, I am doing a video a day with Crafty Maggie. And so definitely make sure you check out the info box below because there will be a link to her channel. Today you are watching me do a layout in my scrap series called Hannah's Scrappin', and I'm doing a little twist on this, so I'm hoping to bring this back a little bit more frequently. I'm not sure I'll do a layout every week with it, but I'm hoping that every couple of weeks I can reprise this. So this is one of the fun little add-ons that I'm putting in my channel or on my channel this month. And to make this a little bit different, I decided to use all of these scraps that were on my desk. So I just decided to, any supply or scrap that I had on my desk, that was fair game to use on my layout. And that's really what I'm going for. I don't know about you, but I tend to have a pile of scraps that build up on my desk. And especially my old desk, because it was quite big and there was a lot of open space that wasn't on camera, and I could just easily pile it there. And especially with doing Project Life and scrapping more, I've just had a lot of scraps. So I mean, I just thought it would be a fun challenge to kick this series back off again. And so I took that bigger piece from Felicity Jane. So far, I'm using all papers from Felicity Jane. So I don't know if you remember, but on the 14th, I shared a layout that had some paper that I rolled up and did a whole bunch of layering. And so I had those corners left. And so I also have a whole bunch of this paper that I used. Well, some of it was paper that I used when I did Jen Gaines' her YouTube channel giveaway that she was doing. I had a whole bunch of papers on there. Like I said, I have some of these from doing Project Life. And so I'm taking inspiration off of that layout that I had did from her for her giveaway, because it had all those banners, but instead of having it going horizontal, I'm doing it vertical now. And I just have all these like scraps, and I could use some of them for layering, and I do, but there's a lot, so I want to use up a lot. So I'm just trying to go through and pick colors that I think will look good together, and that's what I do. I do end up using that other piece of paper, like it looks like paper bag paper, and so the bottom and the top of those banners basically are gonna like encase the other colors. So this is the photo that I'm using. It is a photo from fall, and a lot of these papers are very fall-like in color, so I'm just going with that. I've been doing a lot of pictures and been inspired by a lot of pictures and colors of the fall. I'm not really sure why, because generally whatever season I'm in, I tend to want to scrap that, and I've just been noticing that I'm not really doing that. So yeah, so I have this photo of my daughter. She is pushing a wheelbarrow. When we went to the pumpkin patch this past fall, she decided that she would help, and she pushed it the whole time. So I thought it's a cute picture of her. I don't have a whole bunch of pictures of her. She went through a period in her life where I think she was sick and tired of me taking pictures all the time. So I didn't take as many pictures, but now she's kind of like, hey, there's no pictures of me. So I imagine there'll be another point where she decides she doesn't want pictures again. So I'm picking a couple more of these papers just to layer behind the photo. Like you've seen, I tried to put it over on that black and white paper from Felicity Jane, but the picture is bigger than that, and I just thought it looked a little weird. So I'm just going to put the picture off to the side. I'm not really sure exactly, if that's where I would have put it initially if I wasn't just going with it. But, sometimes you just go with things when you're doing a layout, and it ends up working out really nicely. But I felt like I needed a few layers behind my photo besides just that one pink paper from that 6x6 pad. I thought about using a doily, but I didn't know where to put it, so that's not going to go. Like I said, a lot of these, or all of these things were stuff that were on my desk that I didn't use. So I did put in that tag that's from Pretty Little Studio. I kind of wish I didn't do that tag. So if anything that I could take off, and I know I could just go back through and take it off and no one would notice and it wouldn't be a big deal, but come on, that's a lot of work. I don't know. Are you guys the type of people who, if you realize later on that you didn't like an element, will you just take it off and not have shame about it? Because I don't know. I have the hardest time doing that. It's like I have this filmed and everyone knows that it's on there. And it's like I can't take it off. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I'm weird. But I just have a hard time taking it off. I took the time. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I found this tag. And this is one of the things that I've been doing on some of my layouts is mixing this cream and white. And normally, I don't know if I would necessarily do that. But I think because of the fall feel, well, it's not a fall feel. It is a fall layout. But with all the fall colors, I felt like it really worked using that really off-white tag. And so it'll help me bring in some more elements that also have that off-white color. I mean, the Felicity Jane papers that are on there, the One Canoe 2 paper that's on there, they all are white based instead of cream based. There is a couple of papers that maybe feel a little bit more cream, but I had some die cuts from Open Book, and so I'm gonna use these, and I put one, so that's it's ephemera that has different waves and showing different things for photography, which is really cool. But you really don't need to see all of it. But I like how I have half of it on the tag at the bottom, and then I just add some more stuff. I had this other tag that was from acrylic paint that I had, and the tag came off of the lid. And so I thought, hey, I really like this pink, so I used that tag on there. That's not really what it was meant for, but it's okay. I thought about using that die cut piece but it just, I don't know, it just wasn't going to work. But I did have this piece of cool paper that I used in my December daily, and I had punched out some labels, and so I'm going to use that. I'm going to pull out another label and put it wonky, and I'm going to find a piece, and I think these are Echo Park. So when I went to go see Megan, I bought these, and so that's where they came from. I'm trying to think. I think we shared those chipboard pieces. I took some and she kept some. I also pulled this other piece and that clip with the fringy thingy on it. And I really like that because it brings in some of that dark color that's behind the photo. It would have been nice maybe if I could stick it somewhere on the other side though to be balanced, because I have that dark color, but I don't know. I didn't really think of that. These are things that you think about when you watch these process videos. So if you're someone who doesn't do process videos, I would suggest, not even just for the sake of sharing, but for the sake of like, your layouts look so much different when you're looking at them from up above as like you're the spectator and you're not the one creating it. And, you know, I mean, it's not a bad thing because sometimes changing it really makes no difference, but it's just a different perspective and you really see things that you wouldn't have. And there's many times where I changed something because I didn't think it looked right, but watching it, I'm like, oh no, that looked fine. I should have kept it. And I think that clip is one of those things that I think I would have moved it somewhere else. And I think maybe that's partly why I don't like that tag there too. It just feels awkward. But I also found some more stuff in similar colors. So I found the wagon from Dear Lizzie. I did have that other pumpkin wagon, which would have been really nice to use up there. I don't know why I didn't. If I found it later, I might have found it later. And like I said, all of this stuff, guys, was on my desk. It just amazes me at sometimes the stuff I collect on my desk. So I definitely challenge you guys this week to take a look at your desk, maybe organize it and pick it up and see what you have. Can you even make a layout? Because it doesn't, you know, you can do whatever theme of a layout based off of whatever stuff you have. I definitely had a lot of fall stuff. See, I tried to use that. I wish I had, because that would have been really nice, but that's okay because I have more pictures from that pumpkin patch that I didn't really scrap yet, so it's all good. I also found these little wood hearts and they are super cute and they're perfect. They add just another element of natural and like more creamy colors that go with the white. And then I added some enamel dots, and I have these ones from Felicity Jane, which are the similar colors of the papers that I use, which is really nice because then everything gets all matchy. So I really love how this turned out. I love how using the same kind of inspiration and like almost the same technique, but you can flip it and just change it and it looks so much different. It really is not the same layout. So now I'm working on the title and I have those really cool glitter sticker alphas. And so the title is Pick Up. And then I'm going to put the date with this other gold. So there's just a little bit more gold with the date. And then here we go. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate that you guys are joining me along this challenge this month. I'm having so much fun making tons of layouts and sharing them with you. And don't forget to look in the info box below and just check out Megan's channel and see what she's creating for you today too. I'll see you guys later and I hope you have a great week. Bye.